Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot, and this is another gaming chat for the Walking Dead survivors. Hopefully, the fan is not hitting directly into my mic like I think it might be right now. Uh, but yeah, it's too fucking hot to even do anything right now. Honestly, I'm gonna try to maybe reposition it just slightly, just ever so slightly, do it a little bit that way, and see if it doesn't do anything to make it. I'm gonna go ahead and do a test right now. Yeah, I can see it definitely affecting the audio a little bit here, but hopefully it's not too much. But anyway, I wanted to do this episode basically about like a retrospective of seasons past and stuff because I was thinking about it like an hour or two ago. Ended up taking a nap last night and then woke up here like a couple hours back is what it was and started doing some stuff. And obviously got my 20 million for the season for the merit exchange thing is what it would be then for that came about this season, which does kind of bother me how they did things differently from seasons 4 to 5. And like basically you had, I'm not sure about season 1, I can't remember back that far, but I remember 2, 3, and 4 were all pretty much the same, and it was you defeating enemies and getting stuff, and you basically came out. And I remember last season, like this is how I was able to get to where I'm at right now. We ended up getting like literally days worth of speed ups in 1 hour increments is what it was. And so you had like, if you took number one or whatever, you would get like 70, 80, 90 speed ups or something like that is what it would be. And it may be more than that. I'm thinking about it. It might be more like 100 actually, come to think of it. And a lot of that's gone now this season. Like there's only like one thing that actually gives that, and it's like one of the various things in the commemoration for like I think it's like War Pact or something like that's what it is. And it's only like a day or something maybe if that for like the highest people. So it's definitely a lot less than it was. And it sucks because there's still like all these people that are not 25 yet, and it really does like make me wonder honestly. It's like obviously you've been part of a region at this point for some amount of time. Like I don't know if it's an entire year or more or whatever it is. Like I would assume it would be at that point. And maybe you've only played like X amount of time. That's why you're like 22, 23, 24, whatever it is now. Or it could be the fact that you had these people join into that region maybe in season 2 or 3 or something like that before everything got changed up. And that would make sense to me, honestly. So they're not quite like, as far advanced as everybody else is or whatever. But even still, like you would think being in like middle of season 5 right now, we only got like 20 something days left right now. I think it's just under 4 weeks right now, like 25, 26 days, something like that. You would think you would want to get to 25 as fast as possible because if nothing else, like it unlocks so much potential then, and you can actually get better, stronger, faster, etc. there. And yeah, I don't know if they just don't care what it is. But then again, I'm also thinking back to the old region that a lot of our people are still stuck in this past go around here before we started season 5. And it must suck, honestly, to be in that region 134 right now, 2134, because when you have, I forget who it was that they were closing the room and stuff. I think maybe Bees had control over it at the time or whatever, but like he was like, oh yeah, we're closing the buff room because war is happening now or whatever. And yet, meanwhile, for the entire fucking season on that region, you've had them, the people that are Aqua and all those people like that from 134, battling with who the fuck ever else there. And basically, it's daily attacks on everybody is what it is. And so, my whole thing about that is it's like, okay, if you're already going to war, like you're already been in war at this point, like you're already basically like doing like, assassinations is what I call it at that point, almost like targeted assassinations of people's towns and stuff. Like, why would you even, bullshit with everybody and be like, oh, we're going to close the room down. So just being like, hey, a bunch of us, pay to wins over here are going to be doing a bunch of pay to win shit pretty soon. We're not going to be able to do buffs and stuff like that. Who wants to take over buff room permanently, basically, and have their people like in there all the time? What it would be then? And then you have like 4 or 5 people that are just like appointed to that room is what it would be then for like specialists and stuff like that is what it would be, and you can actually have a better overall room there. And it also brought me to think something as well, which is there were at least 2 people that I can think of right now that were in season 1 in our original region of 409. That the one I think ended up quitting like right before season 2, and then the other guy ended up dipping out in like season, I think it was sometime in 3 or something, and then came back a little bit for like 4 or something, and then basically dipped out again then. But the first guy that was the original clan leader of the main clan that I was part of then, that particular individual paid enough money to get ahead to where they could get to, I think it was elite level 12 is what it was, to where you can unlock Ezekiel. And then he unlocked Ezekiel. So it was either, he basically paid enough money for the fragments to get at least Ezekiel's character. And then I don't know if it was like a 0 star or a 1 star or what it was then. But either way, he had like some form of Ezekiel at that point, which obviously, in order to get that all the way to the top, you still have to pay to win to get the more fragments and stuff like that, and so forth and so on, all the way to 7 stars right now, which people were talking about that recently, and they were talking about how if you're going to do that, you're basically paying like, I think it was like $7,000 or something crazy like that to get it all the way to from 0 to 7. And I'm just like, that's fucking insane, dude. Like, if you have that much money to piss away, like, you got a fucking issue right now, dude. Like, if you have $7,000 to spend on a character in a game, maybe it's time to reevaluate your life and think about people you could actually help with that money and become one of those dudes on YouTube that just walks around giving money to homeless people or something like that, and blessing people for their day and being like, here's $500 cash or whatever the case be. But, who knows? But anyway, the entire point I'm trying to make, though, is that obviously people's priorities are messed up at that point. But it does make me think, though, it's like, okay, so you have that account that, as far as I'm aware, is still inactive on our region that may or may not have been farmed a bunch of times now, and people may or may not have fucked with it and stuff like that. But it still has a formation on it that has Ezekiel in it, and it kind of makes me wonder, like, why is this just sitting there? What could we do potentially to get a hold of that account, as people right now in the game, and more or less nothing else, have one of our people that would jump over this coming season, bring that account with them and stuff, because that would be a good thing, honestly. I mean, because even thinking back to like some of the people that are still stuck in 134 right now, like that Christina girl that was basically talking about getting attacked all the time because she was on season region, and it was like, yeah, you forget your shield one day or whatever, and it's, yeah, you got 4 or 5 people attacking your ass then. Whereas because she's basically staying on season 1 right now, she could easily take over that account. The other account I'm talking about that was, I'm trying to remember what the guy's name was like Anubis or something like that, or a noob or something. And she could basically have that account as like a secondary account that she could, for the next, 20 something days, level up a little bit more and then jump it over then. If nothing else, like if she would need some money to get it popped over or whatever, people would just hand her some cash or something like that, or hand her, the gold reserves that she needs or whatever to get that account over then. And then you would have another Ezekiel account in 2144 going into season 6 then. Whereas as far as I'm aware right now, you only have a couple people in this entire region that even have access to Ezekiel at all. And you have a couple other people from other regions that have access to Ezekiel's as well. But again, it's not like, 6, 7 star Ezekiel's. It's like maybe 3 stars, maybe 4 stars or something like that. Or it could be something like that when I was talking about a minute ago, where it could be like a 0 or a 1 star for that matter, depending on how high that guy got it up there and stuff. And so my whole thing of it is, it's like, yeah, why are we letting this account just sit there and like burn basically? And the same thing with one of the other guys that was pretty high up early on in the seasons and stuff. Why are we letting those accounts just get farmed potentially when we could easily just like figure out a way to contact these people, see if they're still would have access to the account or whatever, and see if they wouldn't just give it to us, or even something else, like if we would just buy it from them or something like that for like a couple bucks or something. So anyway, and the reason I say that second part is because I don't know what the legality is on that one. But the thing of it is, I remember it was last season, the Roma guy, Roma Mata Zaro or something. I think that's what I pronounced his name. I think it's a character out of like One Piece or something, or one of those shows like that. He was trying to sell his account to somebody for like $2,000 or something, or maybe it was like $3,000 or something. Actually, I can't remember. I think I talked about it in one of these before, but yeah, I'm like, is that even legal? Like, I don't think that's legal, dude, because it's like technically you'd be like breaking the rules because you're like selling something to someone else. So Like I would think that would break terms of service or whatever, and possibly get that account banned. Then if that be the case, but either way, I thought it was interesting when I heard about it, and then yeah, it does kind of make me wonder though. But anyway, and what's fucked up too is it was that guy and it was a couple other people from 134 that were giving people like myself shit because you had people like Jordan paying for us to be able to jump over to this other region, and they're like, "Oh, you're paying people to leave," and it's like, no, they're giving us the gold that we need to be able to buy our way the fuck out of your fucking shitty ass coming war, dude. And I'm so glad they did, honestly, because I couldn't even imagine being in 134 right now. Dude, I would be like, it would be pretty much daily basis. I would be on just the fucking season, like just the main 134 region. And then it would be maybe like once a day doing like a shield for like 8 hours while I'm online or whatever, going in there to collect stuff and maybe do a couple of higher rallies with people and stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, I would be out the fucking door, honestly, for the most part, for almost all the days. So, yeah, I couldn't imagine, man. Like, hell, even knowing how long we were going in our own region right now on 144 here, and how we basically had like a week or two thing where I actually had to spend a bunch of rubies to do like a 3 day shield, and then as well on top of that, like basically a week's worth of shielding and stuff while I was on the season region. And that was just a week, man. I was almost out of shit at that point. So I couldn't even imagine having to do that stuff all throughout the entire 60-day something period of a season, man. Like, you're just not going to do it. And that's what it would be. You'd either just run out of shields naturally, or you would be paying a ton of money slash paying money to get rubies to be able to then turn around and use them to shield up is what it would be then. And man, you're never getting ahead is what it is. And that's the problem right there. And that's again an issue right there, because you're stifling people's potential to get ahead is what it is by having that be constant war and stuff, which thankfully, you know, that war that we were having, that little mini war we had in our region this season for the last, you know, some time in the past 10 days or so, we basically had that shit, you know, squelched pretty quick is what it was, because you had people offer up terms to people and we were like, hey, you know, here's the deal. We're going to do this kind of thing. It's us and this other region versus you guys. Like, if you want to fuck around, you're going to find out kind of thing is what it is. Or you could simply just take the third spot, get some rewards for the season. We all move along naturally into season 6 then, or whatever the case be, and we all go our separate ways potentially. Now, granted, it might be something where in the future we actually come back together as a bunch of regions then as well, and potentially it could be the 3 of us, for all I know, in like a war pact in the future or something like that, where it's like all those regions together or something like that. And the thing was, I thought was interesting, and this was something that was mentioned by, I forget if it was 127 or 138 this season, but it was one of the leadership people from that, because it was the ones that we had that were in the previous season with us in season 3, that were saying, I guess they had a thing going back then for all the pay-to-win people, that you would basically have them have this little group chat going or whatever, and it was like them deciding, like, okay, I'm going to be the one that takes this survival challenge today at this time or whatever, and nobody else use enough keys or, you know, long range missions or whatever it is to fuck me out of that whole thing. And so yeah, you'd have the one guy that would do that stuff or whatever, and then everybody else would take second, third, fourth, etc. then. So it's kind of messed up, honestly, because then it, like, you're essentially just saying, hey, we're all going to fuck everybody else over then, because we're just guaranteeing that one of us is going to take the spot then. So it does kind of suck too, because of the fact that when you look at the actual overall thing and one of the prize reward things in the I think it's like PvP or something like that, the overall like backdoor reward stuff you can get, one of the things is having number 1 in survival challenge like 10 times or something, and you're not allowing like so many people to do that in the game by doing your own thing there, that eventually you're gonna fuck over everybody is what it is, dude. And you're only going to have like 5 or 6 people ever complete that whole thing is what it would be then. So anyway, it is what it is, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's something else, man. It's kind of messed up. But yeah, super happy though. Finally got, like I said, the 20 million through merit exchange stuff. Ended up having to beat down their dudes a bunch of times to get my merit and stuff there, but what's crazy too is I was actually looking at my overall thing, because I got like about 6 more days to do this right now. The main account getting over 20 million right now from like I think it was like 16 or 17 million or something originally. So it was like getting like roughly like 3 million, almost 4 million, I think is what it was now, because I'm like 21 or 22 now. And that much stuff beating other people's T9s, I only got enough kills in this current chronicle to equal out 20% of what I need. And I'm just like, no wonder people don't get these chronicles done for kill events, dude, because you have to like constantly be destroying people's shit is what it is, or doing some kind of merit exchange stuff, and it's just like eventually you're just gonna run out of healing speed ups and stuff like that is what it would be. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about it because we still have like I said, about 26, 27 more days, whatever it is there. I think we're at 27 right now is what it is. Might be 26 though. But anyway, it's the 25th of August, whatever day that would be then, which I think technically in game it's like it would actually be a Thursday or something then, is when we would actually get the prize rewards and stuff. So it would be like the previous day to that or whatever. So it'd actually be like the 24th of the month or whatever. And the crazy part of it all is that thinking on it right now, I'm just like, okay, I'm at 20 something million right now. I'm just above 100 in the main account, and I'm just below 100 in the second, third accounts is what it is. Am I going to end up being 101 to 200, or by the time this is all said and done, if everybody's going to get to like 20 mil or above, am I going to be like 201 to 500 or something like that? Unless I was keep doing stuff and possibly try to get like at least 50 million if that be the case for the season. So that's what I'm kind of thinking right now is like doing that as maybe like the next benchmark, just doing like the 50 million merit exchange stuff or whatever then. So where you'd have 50 million merit then, and just do that in all three accounts and be done with it and get that done in the next 3 weeks or so and be able to get X amount of frags then for the thing, for universals and stuff. So I don't know. Just something to think about right now. I'm actually gonna jump on the game right now. I don't think I can screen share still. I think I'm still messed up for being able to screen share for some reason, which I still don't understand that one. It doesn't make any sense to me why it won't let me screen share. And the only thing I can think is it has to be something where it had to be that one update like a couple months ago now, where it just won't let me do like the actual, because it's like either the run rate is too fast now for the StreamYard or vice versa or something like that. But it kind of sucks though, because I know for a fact that I'm either doing a long range mission, so radio mission right now for the survival challenge, or it would be a radio / vehicle mission for the thing. And by mission I mean obviously doing that for the what you call it thing overall here. So I don't know, but yeah, it's just the survival challenges every 4 hours or so. It's just kind of ridiculous though. And then of course we got just popped up on my thing right now, heat advisory starting at 11 a.m. today. So that'll be about just under 7 hours from now. That should be fun. Not. Yeah, it's supposed to be like 100 something degrees here today, and then like 100% humidity. So not going to be fun. Still debating if I even want to do Freedom Friday today or not, just because of the fact that, you know, the potential for just some serious shit happening, and yeah, it's just not being good. Nice, it's got 100 rubies there. Anyway, let me see if I can screen share this or not. If it's going to still frame again. Nope, it's just framing out. Again, I don't understand it. It's just like, it just frames out to whatever it is at the time. It's crazy. Like right now, if I was to do this and then try to do a screen share on it, it would just bring up. Actually, it just brings up the other old thing of me just a minute ago. That's just me being framed out. Like, I don't get it, man. It's just fucking weird. Because you have the game here. So, kind of nuts anyway. Okay, there's a radio grab event. So, all right, let me figure this out then. Let's see here. So go Laura. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so if we do 2 more grabs, that would be... Actually, let's figure this out now. Do 1 more lore to get Laura. So that's 14. I'm trying to think about this right now. 14, 16, and then we do a single key, so that would take us to 22, and then we do, I think, 15, 6 more of the short ranges then, because we just did 1. And that should take us to 23 then. Yep, 2305. Okay, works out well. I was thinking about it too. We got our walker herd coming in about a day and a half, give or take. I'm thinking I might start using the clan points for Negan frags, at least in the main account anyway. Because I know in these second and third accounts, I think I can have enough for this coming season where it will be damn close to what it was previously. So to get it up to like 3 stars or whatever then. Whereas the main account, I would need it to be at least 3.2, if not 3.3. Because I think I have enough to where it would get to 3.3 this season. And then if I can get it to another go, it would be... or wait now. With the frags I'm getting right now, it would be, I think, a 3.2 if I'm not mistaken. And then with another like 24 after that, it would be, I think, 3.3 is what it is. So, and the reason I'd want to get it higher, obviously, is because eventually I want Negan, the governor, and Pamela to end up being a trio, because it's supposed to be, I believe, in season 6 here. We are going to get the ability to have a 5th formation for our dudes, and it would be nice to have those be ready and have it be like kind of a lesser formation, but knowing that it would be like still decent with what it is. Because the thing is, and I'm going to go ahead and do a screenshot right now of where my guys are sitting currently and be able to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the possibility of having like some decent heavy hitters here. Because even that, you know, like a 2 to start, a 3-star dude or whatever, you could still have that dude be like 70, 80, something like that. And so you end up with like a really decent overall group of guys, and if that be the case then. So I'm going to do a quick screen capture here. So I actually need 1 more frag here, and I can have Governor level up again for the universal fragments. So, okay, let's see. Grab that. Okay. So, sorry, let's try to present this now. Crap. Grabbed the wrong thing there. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Present. Screen share. Okay. This is what I'm talking about, my main account right here. So I got a level 74 Pamela, 69 Governor, 69 Negan, which these will actually be 70s here in a couple minutes. I just realized that. I didn't even think about that until now that I was in the thing where I can pop those up and have them be counted towards the current daily stuff for the power-up things and the radio, things as well, for that just started today is what it is. And then, of course, my Andrea is real close to being able to level up again. If I can get her to 30,000 by the end of, I think it is tomorrow, I want to say. So it'd be after reset then, because I got like a day and a half right now. if I can get the rest of what I need from like 20 something million to or 20 something thousand, 30 something thousand, it would allow me to have that last box or whatever that I could get 5 more for fragments, and she would have the 30 fragments needed to level up, and then another one after that. And of course, I got Adventure Laura pretty close to being able to level again if I can get another 20 there. So, but yeah, most likely I'm going to have all those. And of course, we finally got Teenager Carl recently, got Jesus recently. So those were good. Still need to get Seasoned Rick. He's the only one that I'm still missing from the stuff that you can get Magna and stuff like that from. So, where it's like Magna John, Teenage Carl, Jesus, and Dwight and stuff like that. So, and also Connie's in that one too. But yeah, overall it's a decent amount then. So, but yeah, my whole thing is I'm going to have probably a 75 Pamela and then a 70 Governor and a 70 Negan, and basically have those as a fifth formation whenever our fifth formation is available next season. Which I think you have. I think what somebody says you have to have all 4 of your original squares. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 for your formations, all at level 25. Which right now I am currently not at that thing. My first one, square 1, is at 25. My square 2 currently is 22, and we are 7.5 days, give or take, 17 days, or 7 days, 7 days, 18 hours from being able to have that be able to level out entirely to 23. Square 3 is at 17. If I started it right now to 18, it would take 4 days to upgrade, which I'll probably do that pretty soon, actually. And then square 4 is at 10 right now, and that would also be a 4-day build to 11. So I probably will start those at some point here in the near future when my tactical camp comes off. I might do one of those as the next one or whatever. But the thing is, I don't like to do those right now just because of the fact that it's a whole thing of having the ability to be able to still level up during these events. And if you're not going to have the ability to level up stuff, you're not going to have the ability to get power ups and stuff. And so eventually you're going to fuck yourself in the long run because you're not allowing yourself the ability to even get to 30,000 then. Whereas if I can get to 30,000, it won't really matter. It's just whatever then. So anyway, but let's see. Doing my Adventure Laura grab. Got 5 of those. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. Got 15 fragments, advanced fragments for Lydia off the long range missions 3 there for advanced. Let's see. Combat 1 and beta. A combat 1 in the original long range mission. And nothing for the other thing. Okay, so let's see this now. So that would be, let's see, 12. Okay. So I think I'm not going to do anything else on that particular one yet. And what I will do is I'll just do 2 key grabs there to get to 24. This is just easier there. So mostly the reason for that is that I want to save the 10 long ranges I have right now in that particular account to be able to do another when it's just the radio one here in a little while, which will be about 8 hours now from now probably. You would end up having the ability to then do Adventure Laura all the way up, and she only has like I think a day left right now on her thing. Yeah, just over a day. So it would be today and then tomorrow we could get her completely. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, a Bob repeat in the original one there, and Patricia repeat in the short range missions. So okay, so 12. So you can get 2 more Lauras here. So that'd be 14. Okay, we got 15 frags on that one, and then 5 Lauras. So that puts us up to 16. Do 1 single grab on this one, which puts us up to 22. And then go and do a bunch of short ranges. What would it be then? So 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 2,300,005. And that's good to go for that one. So have our dudes for that. Okay, we got 22,580 right now of 30,000 in this. So we need to get just under 8,000, about 7,500, give or take, in a day and a half right now. So that's still doable, honestly, because we would have the rest of the stuff from the long range. We'll get 100 from that. We get 50 from the short range of stuff later. Potentially, we could do. I'm debating if I want to just do a bunch more salvage keys in this right now. Which would it be to 6.5 right now? Let's see here now. So that'd be something now. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. So that would be 6 more keys right there. So 36 plus 2.3 would be, so 3.6. So that'd be 5.9. So I need to do like one more after that probably. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right then. Okay, so we'll do that because we have enough in our main account here. We got 23 keys, so let's see here now. Get that up there. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Gives us our salvage keys, which would be another 200 added onto our score, so 22,780. Now we are at 5,905,000 of 6.5 million, so that'd be potentially doing another key or doing 3 long ranges. I'll do 3 long ranges actually, and just do them straight into the Laura one. So 1, 2, 3 gives us nothing really except for some experience. Gets us up to 6.5 mil. Gives us another 200 from the gold chest that we just grabbed. So that takes us to 22,980. And then we'll get another 150 from that stuff later. We will get another X amount from the other survival challenge stuff later. And I think we can do donations right now, actually. They're going to be... Oh, yeah, nice. It's almost all the way there. So do that. That'll add another 15 to our overall thing here in a minute. I forget how many donations I have right now. I think it was 16. Yeah, 16 or 20. Okay, so pay 20 rubies to do the rest of them. 20. Mostly just to get that experience is what it is. And then go from there, basically. One thing I realized, too, in the game, there is a new thing right now, which is reap the fruits, which you can basically, for the levels 1, 2, and 3, you get if you beat level 1, you get 1 short range transmission. If you beat level 2, you get 2 short range transmissions. And if you beat the third one, you get a long range transmission. And there's a fourth one that you can beat, that whatchamacallit. But I realized yesterday that they fuck you so hard in that game because it is not 100% not worth it to do that fourth one because you're eventually going to pay rubies out to try to get ahead. And yeah, you're just wasting money at that point. So definitely not worth it. Definitely not worth it to do that. That being said, jumping back to my other account currently, because I'm not sure exactly how many long ranges I just did in that one. Like we're up to 5 on that, so let's see. Another 5 would put that at another 3 million. So that would be 5.4 of 6.5. Let's see. Do I have enough I could do then? Maybe. Yeah, I definitely want to not miss out on that, is what it is. So I think I will do that on that second account then. Because I don't like to waste the keys, but at the same time, it's like it's almost an investment, I think, at that point. Because you're actually investing and getting higher up as well on that. Okay, so that would be go into my thing right now. Let's see if we can get some more stuff here. Is what it is. Okay, let's see here. Did I do my grabs for the day in this? I did. And I'm pretty sure I spent 2,000 to get the supply thing as well already. Yes, I did. Okay, so that's where I got the other 5 from. Okay, so we got 5.4. We would do one more. Take us to 6. So then we go 6.2. And then another 20 would put us the other way then, I think. That should be 6.5. Yep, okay, cool. So we're 200 more ahead on that one now at 24,755. So that'll definitely hit 30,000 in that network account. And then not sure where open is at right now, if it has enough keys to do anything or not. Because I know I got some more keys recently, but I'm not sure exactly how many we have right now. So I'll have to check here in a sec. Okay, we got quite a few long ranges in this account right now. We got, 13 keys left right now. Okay. So we used 4 of 10 right now, so we need 6. 2.3, so that would be plus 3.6 would be 5.9 mil. So that'd be 600K then. So you'd be 3 more long ranges after that then. That works. Okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the only reason I'm even doing this right now is because knowing that I didn't get all this done before, because I couldn't obviously every day, but at the same time knowing that I could easily get this done right now is way better deal then. So let's see, 61, 63, 65. Okay, so that one's done. And that takes us up to 23,000. Oh, it was 23,980. Takes up to 24,180 now. So just under 6,000 more in that account in the next day and a half to get 30,000 and 5 more Andrea frags, which would take us to just enough to level her out to 1 star 4 parts then. So not bad though. That's the one thing I do appreciate with the Thriving Forces compared to the old what do you call it now? The old fuck, I'm trying to even think what I'm saying now. stupid bullshit. What it used to be called. Clan Legends, that's what it was. Yeah. And there was also called something before that too, if I'm not mistaken. I forget what the original name for it was, and then they changed it to Clan Legends, and then it became Thriving Forces now. And the difference between obviously the three of them was the first two were pretty much the same exact thing, with just different names for the first two things what it was. And then when it changed to Thriving Forces is when they changed the pool up a little bit of different things you could get then and prize wise and stuff. Because with Clan Legends, you could basically go into the elite shop and stuff like that and buy up. I think it was 1, 2, 3, or 5 things there, and it would give you X amount for doing that during that event. And then meanwhile, you could also do the same thing with shit, I'm trying to think what I'm saying now. Yeah, you can do the same thing with a few other things as well. And then they took that particular one for the clan shop out, or for the elite shop out, and they also took a couple other different ones for other stuff out too as well, and replaced them with his other different things and stuff like that, which some of them are better and some of them are worse, I would say, because it doesn't allow you to have like the option to go lesser or more or whatever then. So it basically is like just screwing you over. At the same time, though, it's actually better overall because instead of it being a constant thing where every 4 hours you're basically fighting with people in your same exact clan to grab for the most expensive shit there. Actually, that's another one that they took out. Actually, it was or redid. It was basically it would be whenever you're training stuff, if you would even just heal up your dudes, you could actually crack those really easily. And so you'd have a bunch of people grabbing the gold ones of those quite a few times and just doing that a bunch of times, and then turning around and doing the same exact shit over and over and over again, which eventually gets old is what it is. But at the same time, it's actually an interesting part because you're allowing yourself to get ahead then. But at the same time as well, you're also fucking up everybody else in the clan from being able to get anywhere near top 50 or whatever it is then. Versus now in the Clan Legends event here, it basically is just like a retroactive thing where you're doing whatever then and you're eventually getting your stuff done and potentially taking whatever then is what it would be. So it's essentially an individual merit-based system then instead of an overall like cumulative thing for everybody then, which is another thing too that they changed as well, was you had just a cumulative thing for everybody before that where you'd all get like a shared pool of stuff and you could all add to it. And if you didn't add to it, it didn't really matter because you could still benefit from it even if you weren't adding anything really to the mix there. Versus now it's basically you have to play and have to do certain things or whatever. You're not getting jack shit during that season is what it is, or during that event I should say, is what it is there. And which is nice because it basically forces other people to do things then where they weren't previously helping out and stuff like that. So essentially it's like forcing people to be active is what it is there, which is very nice. And my whole thing of it is it's like, it's nice as well because of the fact that you have the, those particular reward bonuses and stuff where you can go from being nothing and then get to 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 45,000, 60,000, 75,000, 90,000, 135,000, 180,000, which is obviously those at that point you're definitely paying to win, 240,000, and then 300,000. And you're getting Andrea fragments and all those increments then. So you're getting one at 5,000, or I think you actually get like 2 at 5,000. And it's like 2 or 3 at 10,000, and then you get 5 at 20,000, and then 5 at 30,000. And then if you get to 45,000, you're getting 8 and a bunch of speed ups and stuff like that as well. And then at 60,000, it's wait, is it 8 or 6? No, it's 8 at 45,000. It is 8 at 60,000. 75,000 is also 8. 90,000 is also 8. 100. That's interesting too, by the way. So from 90,000 being 8 fragments, if you can get your stuff all the way to 135,000, you're getting 22 at 135,000, 22 at 180,000, 30 at 100 or 240,000, and then 30 at 300,000. Which obviously, like I said, I would say anything above where I'm at like 30,000, you're definitely putting a bunch of money into this to actually get ahead. Then is what it is to get the rest of that stuff done. And also being able to buy more of certain different things then as well on top of that. So yeah, it is what it is because you're obviously getting like the top 50s and everything else like that. So again, it is what it is. If you want to go that route, that's on you. I don't really give a fuck personally. Again, I could really care less if you're paying to win. My thing is just don't fuck people like me up that are not pay to win people, dude. Like that's all we ask. Like just let us have our fun too. You know, don't be the dickhead that's gonna be a fun ruiner for the rest of us. Is what it is, dude. And just because you want to be an asshole and be like, well, I paid to get ahead and I'm a fucking T10 and everything and I'm so much more powerful than everybody else. It's like, that's great, buddy, but most of us aren't. Most of us aren't going to pay to get ahead. So fuck you if you're trying to do that shit and then fuck our shit up that we spent, 6 months, a year, whatever it is, doing stuff for. So anyway, that's basically the gist of what I got to say on that, man. And if you got a problem with that, then fuck you. So seriously, I mean that dead seriously, man. If you got a problem with that, fuck you, because you are part of the problem, honestly, in that situation. Then you're not part of the solution that's helping everybody out, dude. You're definitely 100% part of the problem that's fucking us all over. Then, but anyway, fuck was I gonna say then? Oh yeah, but one thing I did want to mention though is it was telling me yesterday, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the last one of these chats or not, but basically, we're at peace right now for everything. You don't wear shields anymore, which is nice for the rest of the season, which I still am kind of hesitant because I'm like, I don't know if I want to be, if it's kind of one of those gotcha things where it's like, haha, gotcha, motherfucking T9s. That's just a way to fuck us up then randomly out of nowhere. I don't think that's what it is, though. I think it seriously is legit. And what the fuck? Huh. Did I? Okay, I was going to say, what the hell? That's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I was gonna say it was like telling me I didn't grab these earlier, but I totally did when we occupied that last scamp there. So it must be something where I grabbed them in the other side or something. It's just not equating over or something. That's really odd, man. But anyway, let's see. We got 10 more Laura fragments in this account though. So how close am I to leveling her out is the question there. Oh, nice. I only need 5 right there to get her to 2-4. Sweet, sweet. So we'll definitely take those 10 fragments then and use them all, actually. Use this one to get a Tyrese fragmentation. And then grab my Billy here, wherever it is at, and add +7 to his ass. And then go to my 4-4 level 98, what you call it, and eliminate Sarah and up her by 1. And as I'm saying that, my thing just procced for the day for the Lone Trader to pop in again, so that's cool. Grab the stuff out of that for the day that I can with my various things that don't cost me any rubies, and then the ones that do cost rubies, maybe look and evaluate if I want to grab those or not. Which in a couple of cases I do, obviously. In other cases I really don't. That was nice though. All 4 of that last one was 40 construction speed ups and 15 trainer and 15 tech speed ups, and it was all various wood and meat and stuff. So that's how I like my things right there. I'm not paying $450 for an 8-hour shield though. That's way too overpriced. Unless you're like really, really desperate, and even then it's still to me overpriced entirely. So anyway. Alright, let's see what we got going on right now. Go back over there, grab that. Check where we're at for the day right now. Got just over 3 hours until a build, train, animal train, which is when we'll do our 600 for the dog. And then it's in, let's see, 3 hours, 7 hours would be the radio. And then in 11 hours, it is a research train, animal train that will be the last one of the day from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock tonight. And then at 8 o'clock reset will be a build, research, kill event, followed by a radio grab event. So that'll be the last ones I can do for just lost train of thought on that one. Yeah, that would be the last ones I can do for the Andrea to get the stuff there for that, for the 30K. So And then I figured out, honestly, with like what's left in our chronicles, though, I'm basically getting jack shit in the last couple chronicles. Here's what it is, because the last ones that we have right now that we're doing for the season are currently, it would be, and this is in my third account limit right now, with just over 6 days to go right now for the War in Buffalo Creek is what it's called. It says you have wounded/killed 700,000 enemy fighters in the season, and we're at 18% of that one. We got 135,000 out of 700,000 right now. We might be able to pull it off, honestly, if we could do a merit exchange stuff or whatnot. I don't know if we'll have enough speed ups for healing to be able to finish that off, though. And then obviously number 21, depending on if we take first occupation or not of the amusement park, or if we're going to take final occupation there, it would either be we possibly could get this one, or not going to get that one at all, but that one would be 500 rubies and 5 keys then. And that's when the current kill event ends. And then 22 is another kill event where you have to do 1.5 million kills. And then finally 23 in the chapter, the powers that be, which is your coalition occupies 4 sports arenas and the amusement park for the first time, and that's when you get that final rewards, what it is there. So, yeah. Anyway. But right now, for a fact, what I know what I'm going to get, though, is we are taking second, obviously, and we are going to get, obviously, guaranteed the amusement park forever skin, the silver frame for season 5, which I'll change my season 4 frame. Right now, that is gold into season 5 for silver when I get that then. I like to do that every season, what it is, at least the ones that I want anyway. And then, so we'll have those 2 things. We will have, get those 2 things, get 60 Negan fragments of any kind for either regular ones or the advanced. We will get 90 universal fragments off of that, 90 long-range missions, 36 more keys, and then 3 of the combat stuff across the board, which would be obviously the sword, the camouflage, and the boots and stuff like that you do the greens to. Those will be good, obviously, because that would allow me to do at least one more guy in each of my accounts up to a purple suit of armor then. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, I would have enough then to where I could start fucking around with my F1 then and actually do one of those up to gold. And then the other ones would obviously be a mix between epic and rare is what those are actually. So that would be number 1. As it stands right now, all 3 of my accounts are still top 100 in the individual commendation rankings. So yeah, currently I am, let me see where I'm at now. Okay, so wicked. Yeah, currently I'm 76, 78, and 81st respectively. And I'm pretty sure I can just maintain that for the rest of the season, because 100 is like almost 2,000 below even my 81. So I don't think they have any chance of ever catching up there is what it is. As long as I keep doing the first 2 of every thing is what it is there. So with that, I would end up getting more stuff then. As long as I'm able to take 50 to 100 there, I will get another 30 fragments for the universals, another 30 long ranges, and another 12 keys, as well as 15 million bullets and 60 hours or 2.5 days of hour-long speed ups. So that'll be that. Oh, by the way, for those interested, I mentioned that before in this episode, how many days we had left. We actually have 27 days and 15 hours currently, which would be at reset. It'll go to 27 days then, so it's legitimately the 25th. So it would actually be that Thursday, which will be reset, which will be the 24th, would technically be UTC is what it is, that time zone thingy or whatever. When that hits 0 is when it'll give us the rewards and stuff like that. So it'll be Thursday, August 24th at 8 p.m. is when we'll actually get our rewards there is what it is. So at least 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, depending on the time zone you're in then, if that be the case in the United States or any other country for that matter, it'd be different for you, obviously. If you're in places like Texas or whatever, it'd be 7 o'clock. If you're in places like Colorado, it'd be 6 o'clock. If you're in places like California or Oregon or whatever the case be, it'd be 5 o'clock. So either way, it is what it is. But yeah, that being said, sorry, acid reflux from my Barrett's esophagus. But yeah, so it'd basically be we would get. So we're guaranteed. So like I said before, we're guaranteed right now for taking second place, 90 universals and 90 long ranges, as well as 36 keys. And then for my individuals, it would be I would be potentially taking another 30 keys, 30 long ranges, and 30 universal fragments, 30 long ranges, and 12 keys. So that would put us up to 48 keys and 120 of each universal and long range stuff. And then from that, we would go to our coalition, which would give us as number 2 right now. At least I think we're ranked number 2 right now. Or are we still? No, sorry, we're actually number 3 still. In overall commemoration. So we take third on that one for that stuff, which would be another 23 fragments and then 30 hours of speed ups across the board. So we'd go up to potentially 90 hours of construction speed ups. So that would be what, like 3.5, 4 days, something like that, almost somewhere in there, I think is what it is. So anyway, so yeah, that would be another 23 on that one. So that puts us up to, what did I say it was? I say it was 60 or 90 the first time around. I can't remember now. I gotta go back and rethink everything right now. Okay, so we take 90 for the first one. I would take another potentially 30, so that'd be 120, plus another 23 puts us to 143 fragments there. And then for the War Pact, we are currently in third as well on that one. And we would take 6 more keys there, and then a few million worth of resources and stuff. So not a whole lot there, but it's better than nothing, honestly. So we basically would work out with about, I think we walk away, honestly, in this season with about 50 keys. And then almost 100 long ranges, and then almost 150 of the universal fragments, which is actually a good thing, obviously, because then we could go and do a bunch of stuff there. So knowing I have 104, potentially 143 of those coming. Oh, actually, I just realized that I didn't even do everything on that one. So that would be all that stuff, plus then the merit exchange thing. So depending on where I'm at in merit exchange, if I maintain top 200 there in all my accounts, that would be another 26 fragments added onto that as well. So you would have 169 then. So yeah, we'd have like well over 150 then is what it would be. So yeah, knowing that, I'd have 169 then. So that would put us to, let me figure this out now. 90, 180. Okay, so we have enough to basically do 2 of our guys up right now. So we potentially would have our Laura at level 92, because she would need 90 entirely across the board to go to that levelation. And then we have Lydia currently sitting with 30 fragments already. So either she's going to get her leveled up pretty quick here, or she would have that be what's left for her levelation on that one for the other fragments. And she would also be at 92 then. And then, of course, from there, we would take, in my open account here, we would take the combat swords and replace 2 of the 3 of those in Abraham and Rosita respectively, because they're right now just holding daggers, because I had to redo my stuff the other day to get Shane, Morgan, and Rick all the way up to full epic armor. So it is what it is. But yeah, we got enough stuff in that to basically do. Actually, it's interesting. We already have enough stuff right now to do hats specifically. We have where we could do one of those to an epic as well when it's all said and done. So we do most likely either Laura or Mercer up to an epic. Then I don't think we do Princess because that would be weird. Then again, that being said, the fact that Princess is 96, you'd have a 92 Mercer and a 92 Laura, but then we'd also have a 94 Alpha, a 92 Beta, and a 92 Lydia, so that's almost pretty close in relativity there. So I'm thinking like, okay, is it better to actually move the Whispers into my second formation then and move the Freedom Fighter trio of Mercer, Laura, and Princess to the third formation then? It's hard to say on that one. I don't know. I'm debating because honestly, like, technically Alpha would be more powerful than Laura just because of the fact that she would be the rear power level there. And yeah, just overall right now she is 11.05% attack increase comparing to Laura that has a 7.5 attack increase percentage. So yeah, I'm thinking honestly move Whispers in the second formation there because they would be technically a stronger form, I think, but just like a little bit because of Alpha's increase there. And then you would have everybody else basically get the rest of it. Then what it would be then. So yeah, most likely we just do Laura up and we do Princess up then, or not Princess. Yeah, we do Laura up and we do what's left of Lydia then, which actually I think we can almost get Lydia up right now with what we have for what's left of the season when it comes to our War Pass right now. Because in a couple of days, actually, yeah, it should be whenever we do rewards, like 3 days from now, we'll be getting another 30 pass voucher 3, which is everybody from Militia Rick to the Whisperers trio, Freedom Fighters trio, and then the Love Triangle of Abraham and Company, which I wish they would have done this from the start, honestly, because I know for a fact I got fucked over like several times when it came to having one or two of the accounts get one of those people, like a Holly or a Rosita or whatever it was for that season. And then you'd have the third one basically get a bunch of long range missions, and they got nothing out of that, is what it was. They got like 20 long range missions, is what it was there. So that was before you had a guaranteed 10 in most of these, where you would be able to pull whatever then after 10. So anyway, but yeah, that would get our Lydia up to 60 then out of 90, and put her up to a 4-star still, but also getting damn close to a 4.1 stars would be there, and she would have her defense get increased obviously eventually. But if we have another, actually, if we have another knife challenge between then and now, we could actually get Lydia all the way up to 4.1 star, and then it would just be debating on who the 150 some odd frags are going to go to between like whatever characters then, because we could potentially do Laura up to 92 and then maybe even try to get her up to like 94 for that matter then, or at the same time take some of those and shift them to Alpha and have Alpha you get up to like 96 or something maybe, or even go down to where we're at with our fourth trio, which would be a 94 Holly, a 92 Abraham, and then a 90 Rosita that is already giving all fighters plus 9%. So she technically is actually stronger than Laura right now, Rosita currently, just because she's given like another 1.5% increase to fighter attack. But I don't know, man. That would be something to think about as well. It's hard to say right now. I do like the Mercer trio, honestly, quite a bit, and I think they're really good for what they are. And they can deal some damage, honestly, and they can definitely be basically a tank. A tank trio is what it is. because 2 of the 3 of them have obviously sharpshooters. And of course, you have Mercer's ability right now, which is all at level 92 right now, which is all fighters' defense is plus 8%. And then we have Laura's, it's a plus 7.5 attack at 90. And then you have Princess, which is at 96 right now, that allows all fighters' defense to be plus 10.8%. So you're talking about between Princess and Mercer, you're getting almost a plus 19% defense right there. And then plus another 7.5% attack. That potentially would be like plus 9, plus 10, whatever it's going to be whenever she levels up to like 92, 94, so wasn't there. So, yeah, it's really hard to say right now, like, who would be the best option versus, Alpha that's 11.05% attack increase. Beta that adds another 10.4% of that right now. And then Lydia that adds 7.5% defense currently. So you're talking about a plus 21.45% attack increase versus 7.5 defense percent. I mean, that's a good hitter, man, right there, honestly, for that. I don't know, man. Like, that might be the way to go, honestly, is just doing, like, now that I'm looking at that and seeing how powerful Whisper's attacks are and stuff, dude, like, I think I may end up moving those guys to the second position right now, because that would be the one to definitely have eventually to get some heavy hitters there and stuff, especially when you're adding the love triangle of Holly, Rosita Abraham, because Holly adds 8.5% health right now at her level 94. You got Abraham adds 9.6% attack, and then Rosita adds another 9% attack. So you're talking about 18.6% attack and 8.5 health increase on that for those 3. So you got 18.5% attack versus 21.5 or 20, just over 21% attack, almost 21.5% attack there. So yeah, I almost think Whispers are better at this point, honestly. In fact, I may just move those right now to the fucking second go and see how much difference there is there. Because right now we have currently, you have as Mercer, Princess Laura, it is 2,291,038 attack versus currently with the Whispers and 3 is 2,147,214 attack. So there's like maybe 140-ish thousand points between the 2 of those guys. But let me go ahead and do these down and see what the difference is, honestly, if I just put the Whispers into 2 right now. So we said 2.291 million is what it is. So that would be there. Okay, so putting the Whispers in the second go here. Actually, they're a little bit less. They are just a little bit less if I would put them there, which is very strange, very odd in general. That is weird. So putting the Whispers into 2, they actually become a 2,266,830. So it would be almost 30,000 less than Mercer's current go. Again, I think it's probably because Princess is just a little bit stronger than Alpha currently, versus if we have Alpha getting all the way up there, she potentially could be the balance of the scales on that one. Then if she's like 96 or whatever, she would definitely, I think, be more powerful. Like her and Lydia both getting an increase. So it'd be Lydia 92, Princess 96, or not Princess. It'd be Lydia 92, Alpha 96, and then Beta 92 versus Princess 96, Mercer 92, and Laura 90. So yeah, I think you definitely have an increase there. Is what it would be. So because they both have the same weaponry and everything, but yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see there. And like I said, we'll figure it out eventually. It's just a matter of time. We have enough time to figure it out, is what it is right now. And what's nice actually with these incremental, now that they've started doing these limited time Laura long range transmission, where it's adventure Laura for Laura Croft, where you can basically get the Laura fragments, which are either 5 or 15, is what I've found out. And it's usually if you go all the way to 10 and get one, it's always 5. But randomly you can get like a 15 out of nowhere. And then the advanced epic fragment stuff, you can get her epic version. You get 15 of those usually is what it is. Or you get like 15 of the advanced Shanes, Billy's, Zeke's, Jared's, or Boyd's. And I noticed recently, it seems like honestly, the two that they're popping out most of is either Shane or Billy. And then to a lesser extent, it seems to be Boyd and Zeke. And then I've almost never seen Jared pop out of those though. So I don't know if he's just like one of those anomalies or what it is. Because I think I've only gotten some of his like once or something in those events. Which I've done those like, I've done enough of those 10s like, I think it's like 50 or 60 of them now or something more even. So you would think you got at least one at this point. But yeah, no, it's not that way at all. So I don't know what the fuck's going on there. It's like just very, very strange, dude. But it is really nice, though, because it allows you to get more Laura fragments to eventually get that chick into possible contention for some kind of a triangle or trio or whatever with Morgan and I think it's Shane. Because she takes over, I want to say it's Militia Rick's count in that mix there or whatever. I'll have to check that real quick just to confirm on that one. But I think that's what it is with their triangle. Yeah, it's her, Aaron, Shane, and Morgan. And she takes it. You know, she would be the other person, the Hometown Heroes one. Or potentially it would be her, Morgan, and the Epic Shane, which is stupid to have Epic Shane there in that spot. It should always be Aaron Shane. But yeah, the three of those together would be just an interesting thing there is what it is. So trying to see if there's any real difference here. Yeah, no, she would actually equate to just adding stuff to that. And then of course she's also part of the Fearless Fighters with Michonne and Glenn, which is unfortunately a pay to win thing because you got to pay money to get both Glenn and Michonne. So yeah, not really worth it on that one unless you're going to pay again a bunch of like $7,000 to get those all the way up to like 7 stars is what it is. Which again, if you see someone that has that stuff in season 5 or above, you know for a fact that they are paying a fuck ton of money to get ahead in this game. So, yeah. Don't fuck with those people is what I'll say on that one, dude, because they're probably going to fuck you up is what it is. Just like that Mr. Lorge guy who had, you know, multiple trucks there and paid $600 a truck is what it is. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, must be nice to just have that kind of money to piss away. It's like, yeah, meanwhile, you know, me being the 2A guy that I am, I'm just like, bro, you know how many freaking guns I could buy for that kind of money? You know how much ammunition I could get for them guns? You know how many magazines I could get for them guns? Et cetera, et cetera. So, anyway, my niece, when she was still here, because she's down in Columbus again, went to the arcade the other day. And apparently the place that her and her father went to, my brother, she was doing her tickets in for stuff. And one of the things she got was a little like 6-pack thing of these little thingy jiggers. So it's called Fizzy Flav. And this is apparently some kind of a grape flavor. These are really interesting actually when you pop the little top on them here. It's like a little popper top there. And then you pop them out of there and they legitimately look almost like weird little Tic Tac things. They're not bad, but they also have like a odd taste to them, is what it is, because you're not like sucking on them or anything like that. You're just like biting through them, and it creates like this weird like fizz whenever you bite into them. So yeah, they're not bad, but they're not like the greatest, is what it is. I can see them being good for kids. Actually, now I do that, put it in my mouth and start sucking on it a little bit. It does a little bit of a sour flavor there. So. I am feeling that reaction now doing my tongue like that. Yeah, they're a little bit sour. But yeah, they're not bad though. Of course, it's not anything you really should be eating because it's all. I was trying to say there's actually a label on it for anything here. Now it just tells you where it's produced and stuff like that. Imported and distributed by Kids Mania Inc. in some part of California. So interesting. I assume that supplies like all these different places like that because I think where she got them from was a. I'm trying to think what that place is called now. It's that one chain restaurant that's also like an arcade or whatever. I can't think of offhand right now. It's not Chuck E. Cheese. It's one of the other ones though. But yeah, it's whatever. Escaping my mind at this point, honestly. But anywho, yeah, they were up there on the other day before they left, and she had fun. She had a good time, and she ended up getting that stuff, and then some like big old container things of silly putty and stuff like that. So it was fun to see her and her dad just sitting there making all kinds of crazy shit with the silly putties. So yeah. And that distracted her for probably like an hour or so, give or take. And then she went back to just gaming on her tablet and stuff. One of these days, I'm going to get her some earbuds or something, I think, for Christmas or her birthday or whatever, whichever comes first right now. I think it's Christmas, technically speaking. But yeah, she definitely needs to understand that if you're in a room that is literally as small as this room is, which if I panned out right now, we got a little bit of space over here. We got a little bit of space over there. There is now my brother's reclining chair right there, my mother's reclining chair right here, and the TV is about 10 feet away from me if I walk straight that way. And yeah, you need to realize if you're in a room where you're condensed within like a 10-foot space of everybody else, man, maybe, I don't know, don't turn up the volume on your freaking game or on your whatever YouTube video you're watching, or put some earbuds in, or even go to another room in the house, which there are multiple other rooms in this house right now that you can go to in the bedrooms. So anyway, or if nothing else, ask somebody if they have some earbuds you can borrow, and then we'll hand you some earbuds for your tablet, which are not going to be the greatest ones, but they might still function, is what it is. So, but anyway, yeah, definitely very irritating. If nothing else, what I may end up doing is I may end up buying her something like this if it goes on sale again, like what I have for these headphones and stuff. The problem with these ones is, and this is I've only had this for like maybe a year or something like that now, they're already all fucked up again. Like you can see when I'm showing you the size of that right there, how it's got a big old like rip right there on the top, and then obviously the little side hole things are all torn up like shit because they'll either get earwax or whatever build up on them, and they'll try to wipe it off, and then eventually like starts tearing through that just shittiness on there. And again, it's because it's all Chinese made products, is what it is, dude. And that's the problem with America selling ourselves out to another fucking nation for all this stuff we have right now, instead of actually building better quality things here in America that are actually going to last for more than 6 months to a year, is what it is. So anyway, it sucks though, man. Like knowing that you have like limited time on stuff, and then it's like, oh, you got to buy them again now, and it's those aren't cheap, by the way, either. If you don't get those on sale on like Amazon or whatever, because I paid like 25 or 30 when they were on sale like a year and a half ago or whatever it was, they were like $100 something fucking dollars normally, and I'm just like, are you fucking retarded? I'm not paying that kind of money for them, dude. That is fucking outlandish, outrageous, and a slap in the face to anybody at that point, dude. Like seriously, like that is totally overpriced at regular prices. So, anywho, it is what it is, though. But yeah, one of these days I'll probably have to get something else though, because these ones, even with the headphone jack, and every time I put them in now, it's either pulling away weirdly, like it's not hanging properly anymore, or I'm having to fiddle with the volume on it because it's one of the earbuds keeps going out, is what it is now, or not earbuds. One of the headphones on it keeps going out right now. So, and the same thing happened with the previous thing that was a similar company then. So it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, like fix your fucking shit and make it last more than a year or two. It's ridiculous. But anyway, obviously this is a gaming chat, not a gaming rant, or I should say gaming related accessory rant, or whatever the case be. So, that's another time. That's another topic for another day, is what it is right now, I think, unfortunately. And, like a grandstand or whatever the case be. And I got some stuff I got to do right now, honestly, before 6 a.m., which is in about 40 minutes from now. So I think I'm going to go do that right now. And I will be back later for Freedom Friday. Hopefully Corey will be available and he'll be on then. We can talk some stuff about some different stuff. Then if that'll be the case then. Obviously, like I said, my plan right now is to do a memorial, in memoriam thing for the individuals lost 4 years ago today. Unfortunately, due to some piece of shit mass murderer there in California. So, anyway, the only good thing about that is that that kid died at the scene, if I'm not mistaken, through police killing his ass, just like with Dayton a week after that. Then, so anyway. And then, of course, like I said, next week we'll be doing remembrances of El Paso and Dayton. And then a couple weeks from now, we will be discussing the 4th anniversary of my federal swatting and how much my life has changed since then and exactly how I know this is where the line is. This is where I can go up to in it without fucking having to deal with feds again, kind of thing. So, I'm not going to be that guy that like skirts like directly up underneath it. It's going to be like, no, we're going to go down like maybe 2 notches or something like that and be like right here and just call them out for the fuck boys that they are whenever we get a chance to, because they really are fuck boys at the end of the day. But yeah, it's like, you got nothing on me, dude, but you still trying to fuck with my life. So you know what? Fuck you, Tim, and fuck your fucking dickhead partner that looked like a fucking fake ass discount wannabe Wish.com looking ass Hank Schrader type asshole. I really wish I'd gotten that fucking guy's name, dude. Like if I had thought better of it, like I said with the whole lawyer thing on that whole thing, I would have also had like my own little notebook going and just start writing shit down, like names of people and stuff that were there talking to me, just to confirm like who the fuck you are. If nothing else, be like, hey, give me your card, bro, so I know who to sue later is what it is. But anyway, yeah, that's one thing that does bother me even to this day is like, because I wasn't even thinking, and like had I been thinking, it would have been like, no, I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you for trying to deprive me of my rights, assholes, and take your damn jobs and take your damn pensions, because fuck all y'all, dude. Like that's how you hold these fuckers to account at this point, honestly. But anyway, like I said, going full circle back there before we finish out this episode, seasons past, retrospective of the seasons past of the game here. It was interesting, season 1 started out in the one clan that was not the greatest, and then eventually was able to take myself up to a higher clan, and we took first then in that season. And then season 2, same thing happened. Season 3, I think, is when we took like second for the first time. Season 4, I can't remember. Or no, yeah. I was like season 4, I can't remember. Yeah, season 4, we 100% took 1. I know that for a fact because that's how I got to where I am now. So yeah, like 3 of the 4 seasons I took 1 or 2. And then this last season, or this current season, will take second. That is what it is. So, which is nice to be able to work out like peace agreements and peace terms and stuff like that. Is what it is. So, in fact, I want to go check just to make 100% sure where all my stuff is at right now, because I should have avatars in all of my things, at least in my main account anyway. Because the other ones would be like the secondary accounts and stuff like that during a couple of these seasons. So they would not have taken first in a couple different seasons there, but there would be avatars in my main where it would show every different thing then. So I'm going to go ahead and check just to make sure I have all those right now in my inventory here. So let me check to confirm on that. How do I change my avatar frame? Nope, that would be my picture frame. I want to change my avatar frame. Why are you not allowing me to change my avatar? There we go, avatar frames. Okay, so we got season 4 frame. We got season 1 frame. Okay, I did take second. Okay, yeah, season 3 we took second. Okay. Do I even have a season 2 in here? Huh. I feel like I should have season 2, but I don't seem to have a season 2 here. That's weird. Very, very strange. Or did we not even level through in season 2? Huh. Maybe I wasn't part of anything that got through on season 2. Okay, so we got 4, which is gold. That was the default. Wild Horse. We got the season 1 gold frame. Season 2, Silver Avatar. Got our Sheriff's frame, Katana frame, Mod frame, Commonwealth Army frame, Shiva Avatar frame, Gatling gun, Cowboy, Season 1 Copper frame, Season 1 Silver frame, Top fan, top fan, top fan, top fan. Huh. Claim. Okay, so those are all Season 2 frames. Which is weird. Not seeing Season... Oh, wait, we are. Here we go, Season 3. Or no, that would be Season 2 now I'm thinking about it. Okay, so... Did we ever have that? 0, 0. Huh. So I didn't get a Season 2 frame at all. That's interesting. I don't know where the hell we landed in Season 2, though, if that would be the case. Maybe we were like 4th or 5th, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Oh, yeah, that's right, because we used to have like five different regions. Oh, that's what it was then. Yeah, we used to have like 5 different regions, so it would have been 1, 2, and 3, and then we got fucked in 4th, I think is what it was then. For Season 2 then. That sucks, actually, now I think about it, dude. So, yeah, so we came... gold. I came gold in Season 1. We got completely fucked in Season 2 by all the other like pay to win regions back then. So that would have been. I'm trying to think now. Let's see. Like last summer, I think is what it was. So, or not last summer, last fall. So it would have been, or no, would have been last fall. Yeah, it would have been last fall, like end of summer, early fall, someplace in there would have been Season 2. And then, yeah, Season 3 would have been let's see here now. Yeah, our Season 3 would have been whatchamacallit. And then Season 4 would have been when we took gold then. And now Season 5 will take bronze. So it was gold, nothing, silver, gold, silver. So that's pretty good, actually. So we got 2 golds, 2 silvers, and the 5th one was a nothing season, then is what it would be. So yeah, be interesting to see what happens in Season 6 then, if that be the case. I assume it will be us doing good again probably then, and going from there pretty much. So either way, fun times ahead. Definitely be interesting to see what happens there. Very interested to see overall what'll happen between everybody being all crazy and shit like that, and seeing if we don't get paired up with some other crazy motherfuckers here. Oh, we just got a thing for a new season thingy here. Oh, what is this now? Well, shit, I'm going to go see if this is not on the thing real quick, and we will actually finish off the episode talking about this right now, because I really want to see if this is in Discord currently, because they just announced some stuff on the thing here for the new season preview thingy. It probably is, because there is an avatar thingy, so... Okay. Cool. So if this pops up, we will talk about this then. Oh, no, it didn't do it yet. Shit. That'll be general discussion. Wait, is it game news maybe? Yep, here we go. Okay. So yeah, we will talk about this then right now. So jumping on the Discord here. We got gaming news. Update is approaching. Maintenance and update time will be confirmed once it passes App Store. What's new? Number 1, extra event rewards for R4 and R4s and 5. Okay, so that doesn't actually help me at all because I'm not an R4 or an R5. It said in events for clans, R4s and 5 can claim an additional 20% ranking reward when the ranking is settled. Extra R4/5 rewards are given in events like Tides of the Dead, Rescue Rick, Whisperers, and Eugene and the Abandoned. That's actually cool. That's actually cool. Let's see. Number 2, new event. Preservist Pays Off beta test. So the event opens for beta testing in Season 6, August 2nd to the 6th. And Season 4, August 7th through the 13th. Complete tasks to earn rewards, points, and level up the rewards. Higher the reward level, the better the rewards. This will be permanently a weekly event in the future. Interesting. Look forward to seeing how that looks. Unfortunately, I'm not in either Season 6 or Season 4, motherfuckers. So we're in Season 5. We're in a weird spot right now. So it will be the non-beta test people when we see that whenever it comes to place then. Let's see, we got new function, direct placement of clan buildings. A clan or coalition official with construction permissions can place a clan building by tapping on an open space on the world map. The building still needs to be constructed by clan and coalition members, and bordering rules for constructing outposts will still apply as normal. Number 4, adjust an attribute for the Hilltop Town Hall skin to all fighters' defense. Hilltop Town Hall skin gives the buff of all fighters' defense by plus 2%. Was sharpshooter's defense by plus 3%. It says Hilltop Town Hall skin can be won in the Warpass. I have I think 10 of those right now or something. So that's actually pretty good, man. So you got all fighters' defense are now 2% then. That's cool. That's cool. Not that I ever used that, but it's whatever. Let's see. Other adjustments. In the Thriving Forces event, a counter keeps track of the number of rubies you earned by completing tasks in the event. The counter is on the event's interface. Interesting. It says in the Wandering Scavengers event in World Exploration, the rewards for Survivor Fragment vouchers was Survivor Fragments. Wandering Scavengers. Do I have one of those right now? I'm trying to remember what the fuck that even is now. I think it's the thing where you can do like I'm trying to think now. It would be green, blue, purple, or gold, and it's different amounts of stuff there. It like gives you like 5 of each of the things or whatever. That is actually honestly something that should have been done like probably a good 6 months ago, honestly, right now. And it's mostly because of the fact that what they're talking about right there is you have the ability. Actually, I'm going to go see any of my other accounts right now before I mention anything else about it. So I think y'all remember that guy I was talking about earlier from my my clan, I should say my old region. This is his ass right here, Ramana Zorro, who was apparently a mod. So yeah, makes sense, man. Makes sense. Yeah, I think that's the same person anyway. I could be wrong, but wouldn't surprise me if it was, honestly. So anyway, let me see here now. So that would be Lost Animal for that one. So we got. Figure this out right now. So that is not what we're looking for right now. It's in the second account. I'm trying to see if that is what we're talking about, the scavenger thingies. I need to see if I can find one in any of my accounts right now is what it is. Okay, that is a lost ammo. What you call it? Bandit Squad. Nope, don't have any of them yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what that is that is the thingy majigger for all your different things that you can get. Things like it's always 5 fragments is what it is, but basically it would be you get different people in each one of the ones depending on what you would click on and stuff like that, where it would be either 5, if it's blues it would be 5 Isaiahs, 5 Emilys, 5 Hanks, or 5 Heathers. Or it would be for the greens, it would be 5 Joes, 5 I think it's 5 Rosses, or 5 Elijahs, and then eventually those will obviously be old, and you could actually trade those in for different things or whatever. Then, because eventually you're going to get over the amount of those very quickly. And then for obviously the gold ones, I think it was like Sadiq and Denise and stuff like that was in those ones, like them too, Zoe, and then I think it was Merced was in that the fourth slot for those ones. So yeah, it'd be interesting. It's interesting for sure, and it's nice to know that we actually finally have the ability to get those where they're not going to fuck us, and we could actually use them effectively then. And like I said, honestly, it's something that should have been done probably a good solid 6 months ago, just because of the fact that you have so many people uh, already leveling out on those, and then just having the extra stuff to go buy other stuff with is what it is then. So that's definitely something that should have been done a while ago, and I'm so glad they're finally updating that now. And then this is interesting to keep track of rubies that you're in there. What would be more interesting is if we actually had it be able to break something as well on that one. So, and then yeah, the other stuff is like kind of whatever. Honestly, actually, the only exciting thing for that to me, honestly, would be the new event that'll eventually be a weekly event here, and then this is probably pretty exciting for people that actually have the like in the different clan leadership and stuff like that, so they can know what the fuck they're doing now and can do it easier or whatever. The town hall skin for the heel top skin is actually not a bad one either. I think that's a nice little different change or whatever there. And then yeah, definitely the Wandering Forces thing for voucher frags is probably the other secondary thing that's pretty badass then, that I'm pretty psyched for then. But other than that, like yeah, there's not much there is what it is. And of course we'll get a couple hundred rubies for that, nothing else then, because it'll be at least probably like a 2 to 4 hour maintenance is my guess, honestly. Usually it's like a 3 hour maintenance, give or take. So but either way, it'll be what it is at this point. So we'll go on from there is what it ends up being, and move on with our lives after that then. So let's see here. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna do something. Actually, now that I see this now, um, I'm gonna change Freedom Friday a little bit, because we are still gonna do a reading of names and stuff like that, but we're also gonna talk about something that was sent to me here a little bit ago on one of the discords that I'm part of, which was this thing: Ohio Democrats push gun control as major midterm issue. By that, I'm assuming they're talking about issue 1, which that fucking cunt Allison Russo has already tried to pull that shit. I've talked about it before with that piece of shit Justin Bibb. I talked about it yesterday, actually, his ass during Buckshot Thursday. And yeah, it's time for DeWine and the rest of these rhino sacks of shit in the state to go off their fucking lazy asses and start arresting these criminal ass Democrats for every time that they're breaking out to office, every time they're depriving citizens of their constitutional right to keep bear arms in the state, etc., etc. Enough is enough of that shit, honestly, dude. But anyway, I might come back here in like 10 or 15 minutes, actually, and just do a grandstand about this whole thing, and might just do like a watch along kind of thing or whatever, and just listen to Cam Edwards talk about the whole thing there and see what the actual video is about there. So just do like a perspective of my take on it or whatever then. But yeah, other than that, for today's episode of Gaming Chat, this is pretty much it for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Obviously, we went off topic a little bit besides the gaming stuff and did some other stuff here, but it is what it is. Like I said, probably going to come back with a grandstand instead of doing set up, because I do kind of want to keep Freedom Friday preserved with just it being about what happened 4 years ago there in California at the Gore Garlic Festival. and that be the only really topic of the day versus this other thing that's on its own thing is what it is right now. So anyway, we'll be back and I will be doing that then. Until later, I will see you guys in the next one, which will be probably in about 10 to 15 minutes, give or take. And if you're awake at literally 5:45 a.m., I'll probably be back on with that. That'll be the case. If you're not, you'll see this in replay is what it is, and there you go. So anyway, until later, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.